Hello, and welcome to this week's video newsletter. It is 4th of July weekend, and it is Independence Day, and we are declaring our independence from fear. I read the Declaration of Independence, and it has been a long time since I read that document. And you know, the 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 terms. There's something in there that really struck a chord with me, and it was life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And isn't that the whole point? Isn't that the point of mastering our fears so that we can live the life of our dreams, so we can have everything we want in our lives? And there's nothing that we cannot accomplish once we declare, set our mind to something. And everything, the mind has rules, and the subconscious rules everything. So what do we do to program the subconscious? There's plenty of ways to do that. We can do it through affirmations. We can have go through hypnosis. We can spend a ton of time worrying about what it is. And the reality is, we have every thought creates a psychosomatic response. Every thought creates a physical action in the body. So when we think about something, when we think about what we're afraid of, we create that physical response in our body as if it is really occurring now. So the challenge is, how do we reframe that? How do we change it around? How do we decide not to be scared anymore? And a lot of times, it's just as easy as just making a decision, deciding that it's no longer going to be that way, and then acting as if it is no longer that way long enough to create a new habit or a new set of neural pathways that create the new action, so that now when I face whatever it is in my life that I'm afraid of, just recently I got hypnotized. I went back into my childhood when I was, I'd say, 7 or 8 years old. And there was a time when, I was, I had made a decision. I'd made a decision that I was going to wait for my father to get there. And I hadn't seen my father in a few years. And as a kid, when I got taken out of school by a private detective and I got taken into a foster home, and my brother and I had made the decision that we were going to stay and wait for my dad. And the I'd always questioned whether I'd made the right decision or not, and that had followed me through my entire life. And it cost me a bunch of times. It cost me over and over and over by the hesitation of making a decision. I always made the right decisions, yet there was always that hesitation that, is it the right decision? And I literally had to go back and talk to myself as an adult and tell myself, the 7-year-old, that the decision you made was the right decision. I had the opportunity to leave and disappear as a kid to go to my grandparents' house because it was literally right around the corner from where this foster home was. And because I decided that I was going to stay, and Dave decided that he was going to stay with me, that things worked out the way they did. And my life has been great because of it. And that one decision I had always in the past, I had created a sense of doubt. Did I make the right decision? And my life is, there's no question that I made the right decision because of the life that I have today. I wouldn't have the life that I have today had I not made that decision back then. So what else in your life can you go back and take a look and see, what is it that needs to be reframed? What is it that needs to change in your life to make the major difference? A lot of times we don't know, and we have to get into the subconscious and figure out what it is. And then the amazing thing about the subconscious is it knows exactly where to go, and all it has to be is led. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to do what it takes to master your fear? Are you going to take action? Are you going to do what it is that you have to do to get the life that you know that you deserve? All what I want you to do is I want you to send me an email at info@paulvharris.com and tell me what fears and what challenges you have, and I will address them in the next video newsletter. Happy Independence Day to you. Enjoy your next week and declare your independence on fear. This is Paul V. Harris, and thank you for visiting my video newsletter.